Greetings and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be today's tarot or tarot for today. Today is Monday, October the 27th, 2020. I want to start our conversation off as we usually do with our just a brief affirmation, just in order for us to get things kind of heading in the right direction. So let's just do a quick affirmation, if you will. When your feet touch the ground, when your feet touch the floor in the morning, we should give thanks. Give thanks for the health in your body. Give thanks for the universe and the infinite spirit for lending you this body and for lending you the body as it is. And give thanks for patience from the universe as you take care of this body. Then I want you then to work on your mind and think about your mind. And as I shared with some people earlier today, that peace of mind place is just for you. There's nobody else that's accepted or that's allowed in that space. Peace of mind is just peace of mind. It's not peace of mind because of a thing or a person or a place. It is just peace. That's what it is. Just peace. Just feel the peace. That's perfect peace. Feel the plasma around you. Feel the vibration around you. Feel the frequency that's around you. There's energy all around you. When you send out thoughts and when you think thoughts, you send them out. Someone is receiving those thoughts. Situations are being changed because of your thoughts. When you speak, you're changing things in the atmosphere. Things are being changed and others are speaking and thinking, and they're having an effect on you at the same time. That's why we have to always exercise peace. I bring you to that place because I want to talk about what many clients ask me about. Many clients ask me about their identity, who they are, what they should be doing with their life. There are many clients who ask about relationships and jobs and health and wealth and where should they be moving to, etc., etc. All of those things actually point back to your identity. Whether we like it or not, whether we want to accept it or not, there will be order in the universe. Everything in the universe. I use the universe just like some people say God. We just overuse it. We oversimplify it. But there are things, planets, stars, galaxies. There are things happening in our body. There is order everywhere. It seems as if we, human beings, are out of order. And so we are constantly struggling with relationships, with jobs, with our talent, with our health, because we are out of order, because we don't listen, and because we're not paying attention. Many of you have been working with me through my Manifestation Intensive. Many of you have been working with me through readings. And I'm only talking to those of you that are listening. So this is not a message for 5,000 people. This is a message for the 30 or 40 people that tune in to my daily readings. And you're listening, and I'm talking to you, and to you only. This is a time that you are searching for your identity. You're calling it a job, you're calling it a relationship, you're calling it a place to live, but it really is who you are. The closer you get to understanding who you are, your divine identity, what you are, what your place is in this world, what your job is, what your assignment is, what your anointing is. When you find those things, when you find the core of your identity, things will begin to fall into place. Now, as you're searching for your identity, you're going to receive signs. Now, listen to me. You're going to receive signs sometime by music that you hear, and you say, why does those lyrics just keep popping back into my head? Sometimes you're watching a television show, just something you just turn to. You think it's just an accident, but it isn't. Sometimes there's a headline in the newspaper or a title of a book, or someone says something to you seemingly that it was casual, but it really wasn't casual. It really was on purpose. You are searching for your identity. I'm working with some people, a couple of clients who have come in for this manifestation intensive. They are experiencing great wonders in their lives. I've had about, I don't know, a couple of telephone readings since I started the telephone reading service. The people who tuned in to telephone readings, the spirit has been extremely high. And I've been able to zone in, vibe with them, feel their frequency. The spirit has given me so many interesting messages for them. Those of you that have not come in for your reading yet, or for a reading yet, some of you are overdue. Some of you do need to come in for a reading. Not everybody, but some of you do. Some of you are going through things, and it has a lot to do with becoming who you are and being able to identify who you are. I know who I am, and I'm learning more every day. I've finally given up the fight and the struggle to try and be something and someone that I'm not. I invite you to do the same thing. Spirit guide has already been invoked, and the cards have been anointed, shuffled, and cut according to the amount of times and directions given to me by my spirit guide. And so, with your kind permission, may I begin to look at and an interpretation of the sacred tarot for you for this time cycle today, October 27th. Some of you perhaps you're not necessarily happy, and we talked about that earlier in this conversation about identifying who you are. And you know what? You really won't be happy until you find out who you are, and until you do what you're supposed to be doing with your life. There's no amount of money, jobs, job titles, sex, drugs, cars, jewelry. None of those things will actually give you peace. None of them will really give you fulfillment. Only finding out who you really are and doing what you're supposed to do with your life, that will give you peace. That will give you prosperity. That will give you health. Some of you, as I said, the sun is in reverse and the 9 of Wands are upright. The Sun card speaks about a time when things are not as clear as you'd like them to be. This is a time of change for you. That's why the 9 of Wands is a time when a person is reflecting. That person is looking at their accomplishments in life. They're looking back over their resumes. Some of you might be doing that way. Some of you might be sitting there being alone for a few minutes, kind of looking back over your relationships. Some of you might be looking over your family ties. And what you're really trying to do, you're really trying to find out who you are. Really trying to find out your mission in life. I'm looking at the 5 of Wands upright and the 6 of Cups upright. The 5 of Wands upright again is speaking about a time when things are not clear. There's a lot of conflict going on. And I would say the conflict is going on inside of you. You might say, well, it's going on around me, around the job, and people might be talking and a bunch of foolishness. I don't want to hear it. And or your family and sisters and brothers and whoever might be having some conversations with you that you really don't want to hear. But really, the real conflict is happening inside of you. That's where the real conflict is. There's a lot of different voices speaking to you at the same time. Right? Should you go here? Should you do this? Could I do this? Could I do that? Those are voices. That's conflict. That's inner conflict. The resolve for that inner conflict is just what I'm talking about. It's that 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups is about your passion. It's about childlike faith, childlike energy, nostalgia. Certainly that's one of the interpretations, nostalgia, someone from your past, etc. But the way that I am interpreting this card, let's go to our childlike energy. When we believed in things, when we believed that we could do all things and nothing was impossible, and we believed in quote-unquote fantasies. Well, some people actually live in the world of fantasies because they have resolved to accept who they are. And because they have accepted who they are, some of them are singers, some of them are actors, photographers, writers, doctors, lawyers, psychologists, healers, entrepreneurs who are involved in business, stock market, who are involved in setting up businesses or coaching people or the medical professions. Those of us who are coming to who we are, we're finding our place. And when we find our place, we experience that childlike faith, like, this is what I want to do. This is who I am. This is what I'm about. When you find it, you're going to find peace. There is the Eight of Cups in reverse, and then there's the Queen of Swords upright. The Eight of Cups in reverse has to do with you going back to something. Going back, trying to find something that you think you left somewhere. You were delivered from that situation, whether it's relationship, job, residence, family member, school, whatever it was, you were delivered from that so that now you could begin to gain the clarity that you need. Now you can sit down for a minute and get that aha, epiphany type of moment. There is the Ace of Cups in an upright position, and there is the Eight of Pentacles upright. And that will those are the last two cards for this reading today. And those cards are actually saying that there is a new love and a new passion waiting for you when you decide that you're going to learn the lessons of life, and when you decide that you're going to finish some of the formal training that you started. Some of you actually started a longer journey, and you were dedicated to what you were dedicated to, and then you got distracted. All right, it's time to get back on course. As you get back on course, not only will you find a new love waiting for you, that love of the person that's going in the same direction, but you'll find the passion of your heart. My dear friends, once again, those of you that have not come in for a reading and you'd like to, please feel free to email me. It'd be such a pleasure to talk with you and to share what the Spirit has to say. To the rest of you that are working with me, thank you so much. I hope you are enjoying this time. Those of you that have come in for readings, remember what I shared with you. Remember what the Spirit told you. Stay blessed.